And let's look ahead at our weather for the upcoming bank holiday weekend with Nick from Weather Alerts Ireland on line 1. Morning, Nick.
Hello, how are you doing?
Very good. Bank holiday Friday. It's traditional and customary for us to look ahead. What have we got in store?
Yeah, so look, it's a nice weekend. I think it'll be fairly calm. A lot of dry weather. Tomorrow could be a little bit showery to begin with, but it's kind of drying up then. And pretty much that's kind of the theme throughout the weekend. It's going to be dry. It's going to be quite mild, 17 to 18 degrees. The best day does look like Sunday. It does look like the best day for some sun. But there's going to be sunny spells Saturday, Sunday into Monday as well. But it is looking on a little bit on the cloudier side, but it is looking dry at least.
Mm-hmm. Matt Aaron is saying that it looks like high pressure will dominate next week, so it looks like after Bank Holiday Monday, things could continue to be warm and dry and very welcoming for the summer.
Yeah, like it's looking very promising for next week, especially later next week. That high pressure is pushing up. It's going to dominate over Ireland. It's going to bring a lot of dry weather. But towards the weekend, next weekend, it's looking could get very, very warm into the mid-20s, and like proper sunshine as well. So it could start to feel very summery, but look, it's a fair bit away yet, but it does look promising, for sure, which is what we all need.
What happened in May, Nick?
Well, it just rained pretty much. It was a pretty wet month.
It was monsoon.
It was just low pressure dominating, really. The Atlantic was in full flow. Just kept sending low pressure towards Ireland, and that was it, really. You know,
large hailstones more than once as well.
Yeah, there was a lot of thunderstorms around the country. Now, we didn't get any because I'm based in Kerry, but there wasn't many in where I am in Kerry, but there was quite a few inland, for sure. A lot of lightning. I think it was one of the most thunderous activity in May in history. I think it could be up there.
Could be up there. Certainly one of the wettest anyway.
Settled. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, no, it was it's a very wet month.
How far can you guys predict ahead?
Like the weather models, like there's 7 to 10 days, and then some of the models go up to 14. But like they do change. So like 3 days is kind of where it's at, and you can get an idea for up to like a week to 10 days. But anything kind of beyond the 3 or 4 days is fairly uncertain. You know, like the smallest factor can change anything. Mm-hmm. So it's just.
And these are these synoptic charts, are they?
Yeah, just like different, like there's 6 or 7 main kind of models, and they kind of all do their ensemble models, and then they kind of pull data from there. So yeah, like the main kind of one we go with is the European, the ECMWS model, which is the main European one, and then kind of a lot of them go by that, like the high resolution models and things, and they're the kind of ones that go for like thunderstorms and stuff.
Okay.
We go with the high resolution models, but yeah, like it's interesting. It's definitely an interesting hobby.
So science versus the Postman and Donegal, say. How does he get it right so often, and often the science gets it wrong?
It's a good question. I think trends is a big one with the Donegal, where the Postman. Like it is a lot of trends over the winters, and like I presume he just kind of predicts what's happening early on in the season, like in spring and over winter, and how that could affect things in the summer. But yeah, like it's a tricky one. Like it's just because the factor, if one little factor changes, like especially with storms and stuff, like if one little factor changes, the whole thing can be put like kilometers and like hundreds of kilometers away even, you know. So it's just so many small details need to come together to produce like the weather, you know. So like next week, like the high pressure could easily move west, east, north, south, and it could affect things, you know. It just depends on the jet stream as well, like the temperatures over American Canada, how that pushes the jet stream. So yeah, there's lots of different factors that come into play when trying to predict the weather. So it's tricky. We're not always right, but we try to be. Okay,
well, if I remove the science from your predictions now, what would be your non-scientific general prediction, considering what's happened over the last few years in the summer? How are we fixed for June, July and August?
I think we could get some nice sun this season for sure. I think we could get. I would be hoping for some heat waves. Well, kind of like the high 20s. Yeah, like that's like it's kind of because obviously you've got climate change and all that. So like there is possibilities of more drier and hotter summers. You know. So
there was a week in August last year, if I remember, where Ireland was like the Caribbean, and it's kind of hit and miss. You've got to pick a week and hope for the best.
Yeah, like even compared to like even mainland Europe and stuff, like the Atlantic and the jet stream is so hard to predict what's going to happen, you know. Like, but yeah, like I'd be hoping for a good few weeks of summer, a proper summer for us, you know. But we'll have to wait and see. It's a long summer, so we'll have to.
Okay, so bit of a mixed bag, but generally pretty good for the weekend, you're saying?
Yeah, exactly. Mostly dry. A few showers early tomorrow morning, and then like next week, then it's the kind of the look ahead to, you know, towards next weekend. It could be very, very, very nice.
Okay.
So yeah, just go out and enjoy it while it's dry.
Absolutely, and do it responsibly with social distancing.
Exactly.
Yeah. Okay, Nick from Weather Alert Ireland, thank you very much for coming on the programme this morning.
Have a good day.
Neil Prendeville, the voice of Cork. Weekdays 9 to 12. Cork's Red FM.